Pranam. Thank you, Swamini Atma Pragyanandaji, for giving me such a great opportunity. This is my second chance to speak here among these great scholars. So, my topic is philosophy of yoga. Yoga means addition. It's a okaranta पुंलिंगा शब्द यूज धातु घाय प्रत्यय योग द यूनियन ऑफ आत्मा with Paramatma. If it is yoga means something is mixing together. It may be two things or three things or something. Here Atma with Paramatma, the union is so yoga. The yoga schools systematic studies to better oneself physically, mentally and spiritually has influenced all other schools of Indian philosophy. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali are a collection of 196 Indian sutras on the theory and practice of yoga. Patanjali divided his Yoga Sutras into 4 chapters or padas, containing in all 196 sutras. First is Samadhi Pada. There were 51 sutras. Samadhi refers to a state of direct and reliable perception, pramana, where the yogi's self-identity is absorbed into the object meditated upon. Samadhi is the main technique the yogi learns by which to dive into the depth of the mind to achieve Kaivalya. The author describes yoga and then the nature and the means of attaining Samadhi. This chapter contains the famous definitional verse Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is restraining the mind stuff Chitta from taking various forms vrittis. The organs, indriyas, together with the mind, the determinative faculty, buddhi, and egoism, ahamkara, form the group called the antakarana, the internal instrument. The waves of thought in the chitta are called vritti or whirlpool. This chitta is always trying to get back to its natural pure state, but the organs draw it out. To restrain it and to check this outward tendency and to start it on the return journey to that essence of intelligence in the first step in yoga, because only in this way can the chitta get into its proper course. The ekagra, the concentrated form of chitta, is what brings us to samadhi. Then tada drishtu swarupe basthanam. With the mind, when it is calm, we see what our own nature is. We do not mix ourselves but remain our own self. Now comes what are the vrittis? Vrittayaha panchatyajaha, krista krista. There are 5 types of vrittis or patterns, including both painful and not painful. They are pramana, right perception, viparyaya, misperception, vikalpa, conceptualization, nidra, sleep, smritayaha, memory or remembering. What is pramana? The means of gaining reliable knowledge. These include pratyaksha, percept, sensory input. I see the world, that is sufficient proof that it exists. Anumana, inference. You see a sign and from the sign you come to the things signified. And agama, aptavachana or word or testimony from a teacher or traditional text or reliable sources. Right perception arises from direct observation, inference or the words of others. Viparyaya, misperception, is false knowledge, not based on what actually is, as a piece of mother of pearl is taken for a piece of silver. Vikalpa. Conceptualization derives from linguistic knowledge, not contact with real things. A word is uttered and we do not wait to consider its meaning. We jump to a conclusion immediately. Nidra. Deep sleep is a pattern grounded in the perception that nothing exists. Smriti. Remembering is the retention of experiences. Memory can be caused by the previous three. Now question comes, how we can get rid of these British hurdles? Both practice and non-reaction are required to still the patterning of consciousness. That effort which comes to those who have given up their thirst after objects either seen or heard, and which wills to control the objects is non-attachment vairagyam. That extreme non-attachment giving up even the qualities shows the real nature of the Purusha. This samadhi is divided into two varieties. One is called sampragyanta and the other is the asampragyanta. In the sampragyanta samadhi come all the powers controlling nature. The first variety is called the sabitarka. When the mind meditates upon an object again and again by isolating it from other objects. There are two sort of objects for meditation, the categories of nature and the Purusha. Asampragyanta samadhi, the state which gives us freedom. Once the body is gone and these latent impressions are dissolved in nature, they are inclined to be reborn. Tasya vachakah pranavah. Ishvara is represented by a sound, Om. Om is such a sound, the basis of all sounds. The repetition of this Om and meditating on this, its meaning becomes clear and all the mental and physical obstacles will begin to vanish. One can subdue distractions by practice. Pranayama. Patanjali, the father of the yoga philosophy, doesn't give many particular direction about pranayama, but later on other yogis found out various things about this pranayama and made of it a great science. The mind by this practice easily contemplates the most minute thing as well as the biggest thing. The yogi whose vrittis have thus become powerless or controlled. It is called coalescence with thought. At the next stage called coalescence beyond thought, subtle objects can be traced back to their origin in undifferentiated nature. These four kind of coils with thought, beyond thought, reflective, reflection free are called integration that bears seeds of latent impressions. The concentration without reasoning being purified, the chitta becomes firmly fixed. The knowledge in that is called filled with truth. The knowledge that is gained from the testimony and inference is about common objects. That from the samadhi just mentioned is of a much higher order, being able to penetrate where inference and testimony cannot go. The resulting impression from this samadhi obstructs all other impressions. When even these cease to arise and the patterning of consciousness is completely stilled, integration bears no further seeds. Now it's sadhana pada. There were 55 sutras. Sadhana is the Sanskrit word for practice or discipline. Here Patanjali outlines two forms of yoga, Kriya Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga, eightfold or eight-limbed yoga. Kriya Yoga in the Yoga Sutras is the practice of three of the niyamas of Ashtanga Yoga, tapas, swadhyaya and Ishwara pranidhana, austerity, self-study and devotion to God. Ashtanga Yoga is the yoga of 8 limbs: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. तपस्वाध्याय ईश्वर प्रणिधानानि क्रिया योग. Mortification, tapa, study and surrendering fruit of work to God are called kriya yoga. The first step, the preliminary step, is called kriya yoga. Literally this means working towards yoga. The organs are the horses, the mind is the reins, the intellect is the chariotry, the soul is the rider, and this body is the chariot. The master of the household, the king, the self of man, is sitting in this chariot. If the horses are very strong and do not obey the reins, if the chariotry, the intellect, doesn't know how to control the horses, then this chariot will come to grief. But if the organs the horses are well controlled, and if the reins, the mind, are well held in the hands of the chariotry, the intellect, the chariot, reaches the goal. What is mortification? Holding the reins firmly while guiding this body and mind, not letting the body do anything it likes, but keeping them both in proper control. The practice of samadhi and minimizing the pain-bearing obstructions. The pain-bearing obstructions are ignorance, egoism, attachment, aversion, and cling to life. Avidya, lack of wisdom, not seeing things are there. Asmita, the sense of I. Egoism, raga, desire, passion, attachment. Dvesa, aversion, avinivesa, cling to life. Self-perseveration, klesha, cause of suffering, corruption, hindrance, affliction, poison. By practicing meditation for days and months and years until it has become a habit, until it will come in spite of yourself, anger and hatred will be controlled and checked. The cause of suffering are the root source of action. Each action deposits latent impressions deep in the mind to be activated and experienced later in this birth, or lie hidden awaiting a future one. The wise see suffering in all experience. By pure awareness it can be disappeared. In essence, the phenomenal world exists to reveal this truth. Though destroyed for him whose goal has been gained, yet is not destroyed, being common to others. Junction is the cause of the realization of the nature of both the powers, the experienced and its Lord. Ignorance is its cause. Absence of that ignorance, there is absence of junction, which is the thing to be avoided. That is the independence of the seer Kaivalyam. His knowledge is of the sevenfold highest ground. By the practice of the different parts of yoga, the impurities being destroyed, knowledge become effulgent up to discrimination, yama, niyama. Asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi are the limbs of yoga. Non-killing, truthfulness, non-stealing, continence and non-receiving are called yama. Internal and external purification, contentment, mortification, study and worship of God are the niyamas. By the establishment of non-stealing, all wealth comes to the yogi. Asana, posture, is that which is firm and pleasant, sthira sukham asanam. Controlling the motion of the exhalation and the inhalation follows after this pratyahara results in the absolute control of the sense organ. From that pranayama, the covering to the light of the chitta is removed. The mind becomes fit for dharana. By repetition of the mantra comes the realization of the identity deity. By sacrificing all to Ishvara comes samadhi. Today my topic was the only first two padas because due to
lack of time.
lack of time. So thank you.